just a second. Let me get the scoreboard pulled up here.
Just let me know when we're at.
We're on now.
All right, welcome to Carrollwood Day School. We're here for the Carrollwood Day School Patriots as they take on the First Baptist, I believe, or Faith Baptist, one or the other. First Baptist Eagles here at CDC Park? CDS Park. Just missed the opening kickoff here. Looks like we are looking at some cheerleaders as the game gets started. Looks like a 1st and 10. Carrollwood in red and white. It is a 1st and 10 for Carrollwood. Like I said, Carrollwood is in the red with the white numbers. The Eagles in white with red numbers. 1st down and 10 from what looks like the 40-yard line. Is it the 50? Yeah. Duece with the snap, a quick pass to number 7. That's Andy Embody with the catch for about 8 yards. Embody is the little brother of last year's quarterback, Billy Embody, who's now at Auburn University. It's going to be 2nd down. It looks like about 6 yards. Carrollwood getting back to the line here. 2nd down. Gruden takes a snap. He's going to pass again. Pulls it down, and it looks like a sack. Sack by number 55. That's going to be Joel Niembo with the sack. It's going to be 2nd down. Here we are about the, we'll say 38-yard line here for Carrollwood. 2nd down. Gruden getting under center again. And we've got a timeout on the field. The chains are stuck in the bleachers, they're telling me. That's why we have a delay in play right now. When we come back, it is going to be 2nd, what looks like about 12 yards after the sack of Duece Gruden. From about the 33, 32-yard line. 3 receivers to the right for Gruden. He's under center. Looks to pass again. And he goes deep over the middle, and it's intercepted. Picked off by number 1. That's going to be Addie Finlay for the Eagles of First Baptist. And the interception brings it back to about the 20-yard line. It's going to be Eagles football there, 1st and 10 after the interception of Duece Gruden. By the way, if you're watching now, John Gruden, of course, former Buccaneer head coach, is going to join us at halftime. We'll see if he can be a little critical on his son's play today. 10:52 here in the first quarter. Still 1st down, First Baptist now. Takes a snap and a dive up the middle. Not much going there. Duece Gruden is in on the tackle. Carry me by number 35. That's going to be Cardell Roll. Starting running back DeAndre Smith actually suspended for today's game for the Eagles. So Cardell role seems to be that he's going to get a lot of tackles this afternoon. Pat Donovan here from Carrollwood Day School as they take on the First Baptist Eagles. Be joined by Brent Lartz very shortly here. Second down and about 8 here. Quarterback keeper to the right, gets about 4 yards. Tackled by number 5, that's Robert Davis with the tackle. You'll see Davis getting some carries out of the backfield on offense for Carrollwood here today. It's third down here. Mashburn goes under center, a shotgun actually. And we've got a false start. Looks like what's going to be a false start on the offense here. It's going to be third down and almost 9 yards after the false start here for the Eagles. Mashburn's out of the shotgun again. Got a wide receiver split to each side. And another false start here. It's going to bring up third down and about 14 for the Eagles. Head coach can't be very happy with 2 consecutive false start penalties. That's going to bring up about a 3rd and 14 for the First Baptist Eagles. 3rd and 15. Mashburn again in the shotgun. He's got Josh Walker split left. Rolls out to the right. He is looking deep over the middle. That's intercepted. No, it's going to be an incomplete pass. No, is that a catch? I thought I saw the ball hit the ground. It's going to be a catch and a fumble. And if the Eagles recover, it is going to be a first down.
Must be pretty close. It's maybe
we should have brought the other day stand over here for us. We would have really been in business here.
They may be taking a measurement, or it's must be pretty close.
It's going to be 4th, less than a yard here for the First Baptist Eagles. Walker again split out left. It's going to be under center this time for Mashburn. I'll be watching for that quarterback sneak. And again, that's another false start on the Eagles. And I'd have to punt here on 4th and 6 if I'm First Baptist, especially after 3 false start penalties on this drive. It's going to be a 4th and now about 6.
Check. What in the world?
4th down and 6, and Mashburn is now back to punt. Back to receive. Looks like it's Nate Lewis from here. I think it's Nate Lewis back to receive. And he gets onto the punt, and he muffs it, and it's down. Picked up. And down the sideline. And dropped. It is. Who we got the recovery for there. Embody recovers the fumble and brings it about 6 more yards. Back to right around the 40-yard line. Well, a sloppy start for both teams here. Duece Gruden, of course, the interception on that first drive, and then 3 false start penalties really killing that drive for the First Baptist Eagles. Second drive now getting started here for Carrollwood.
It
Gruden
really
is up
did.
into center.
You've got to start your season without as many mistakes, and looks like both teams are starting out a
Yeah,
little.
there's a big carry up the middle, and a big carry for a good amount of yards for Matthew Kilgo, and he gets it down inside the 20 for Carrollwood.
Inside the red zone for Carrollwood Day School, and hopefully they can convert here.
We're going to have a timeout on the field.
Be a good recovery.
But definitely you can see it's early in the season for both of these teams. You can see Carrollwood, again, with the interception on the first drive. 3 penalties for the Eagles, and both the drives killed by mistakes basically early on, Brent.
Yeah, definitely a slow start for both teams, but it looks like Carrollwood Day School's maybe bringing it back here. We'll see.
Looks like the line of scrimmage is just about the 19. Again, if you're just tuning in, we are a little kitty cornered here in the back of the end zone, so sometimes we may be a little off on the yardage, but we'll do our best.
Got the end-on view, kind of the practice view from our camera here up in the end zone.
High above CDS Field, our guy Bill Webster on camera. CDS? All right, I'm sorry.
Yep,
CDC.
you got it right.
I'm thinking Europe or something when I first got here.
Good-looking little crowd coming here. Everybody on the sidelines. They are. There's not much for stands at this field, but it is getting bigger crowds every game that we have here.
It's certainly a good turnout here for Carrollwood as they look to see Carrollwood get a victory under their belt here. They are in the red zone trying to put the first points of the board on the game.
All right, and we're waiting for the refs to spot the ball here. We'll get back underway.
Zebras taking their, this must have been a TV timeout for that much time to have gone by. There must have been some serious commercials going on during the break there.
We should have gone to our commercials with Budweiser or something.
Duece Gruden out of the shotgun. It's going to hand off right.
Maybe a yard or two.
Yeah, not much there for Nate Lewis.
Looks like a gain of about 2. Second
Tackle
down
made
and 7 or 8.
Tackle made by Cardell Roll, who is starting at halfback today for the Eagles because of the suspension to DeAndre Smith for the Eagles. Gruden out of the shotgun again. The snap, he's going to fake the handoff right and go left, and he's swallowed up by number 90.
What a swarm of Eagles there as they just had 6 guys on the ball.
Number 90 not on the roster, so hopefully you know who he is at home because he just made a very nice play, shutting that run down around the right side. Gruden really not getting much at all.
Might have even been a loss of, I think, 2 on the play. Looks like 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10 right about the 19-yard line. Gruden again out of the shotgun. We've seen him pass already a couple times today, so you have to assume on 3rd and long, he'll be looking for one of those wide receivers. Gruden takes a snap, drops back. He's looking deep into the end zone. It's caught.
Touchdown. Excellent.
Number 1, Dylan Floyd with a touchdown catch from Duece Gruden. We know somewhere John is very excited. First touchdown pass of the day for Duece Gruden. A great catch in the back of the end zone there by Dylan Floyd. Nice tall wide receiver to have. Got to be good as a short quarterback to have a big guy like that, kind of like Drew Brees and Marcus Colston. Have a big guy like that you can see over the trees. It's got to be helpful.
Yeah, and that was a nice fake to the left. Really didn't look at his intended receiver till right before he threw the ball and really did a nice fake.
Got the extra point here coming. And it's up, and it's good. Yeah, I'm
7-0, Carrollwood Day School.
so impressed by these high schools here in Florida. They're able to find kickers. And where I went to Massachusetts, we didn't even try to kick an extra point. We went for 2 every time because we just couldn't get a guy that could even get it close.
Couldn't find any soccer players up
Nobody.
there. Huh?
We had some soccer players, but we couldn't get them to man up and put on the pads. So it's 7-0 Carrollwood. Got very good field position after the punt. And Duece Gruden able to bring them down the field, and then a nice 19-yard touchdown pass to Dylan Floyd.
Call me Coach. Pat. Paul.
You have a last name?
Neglio.
Neglio?
Yeah.
All right. All right, getting ready to kick off here. Paul Neglio joining me now for some color. Brent Lartz had his time in the sun and said that was enough for him.
It is about 80 degrees at least.
Is that it?
Under this tent.
Yeah. All right.
Out on the field,
tent.
I think the field temperature is at least 105 degrees.
Yeah, it's up there for sure. Here comes the kickoff now. Back to receive it deep. Going to be caught by 11. That is another guy not on the roster here. We got a great roster for the Eagles here. And he's down what looks like just short of the third, maybe the 25-yard line or so.
I believe the Eagles are a new program, either first or second year.
I'm sorry, 11 was Lindrick Store, actually, with the return there.
Fans looking a little confused from the heat, too, I believe.
Yeah. It's going to be 1st and 10 here for the Eagles. Mashburn getting ready to get under center again. Takes the snap. It's a pitch left. And about 3 yards there on the carry. It's going to be Micah Summers with the carry there, getting about 3 yards for the First Baptist Eagles.
Number 22, Duece Gruden, coming in from the outside linebacker position and putting a stop to that toss to the left side.
Yeah, I got to wonder who taught that young kid how to break down and tackle like that.
I think it's in his DNA. What do you say?
Yeah.
Looks like we have a scout from South Carolina in the house today.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Checking out some fresh talent here at Carrollwood Day School. One thing you guarantee is academics here at Carrollwood Day School. Fine academic program they have.
All right, Mashburn again in a shotgun, actually. Runs right. They like to use the bootleg to the right. He runs, but he only gets about a yard maybe on that quarterback keeper to the right for Mashburn. Taylor Mashburn again. Certainly running this offense, and a lot of it's going through Mashburn, whether it's on the run or on that bootleg to the right, throwing the ball.
Looked like they tried a little bit of an option, but he never looked to his pitch man to use the field to his advantage. They had a lot of space there, but he tucked it up, and Carrollwood Day School was just swarming on defense.
Mashburn in the backfield again. Micah Summers split to his left in a shotgun formation. Got 2 wide receivers split left as well. Looks to go deep. Throws it deep. And it is caught down the right sideline.
That was number 20, going up and getting the ball at the highest point. That's what you want to do as a wide receiver. Get the ball at the highest point, get both hands on it, secure the ball, and bring it down to the...
Yeah, Cyril Mackey with a great catch there for the Eagles.
I think that put him in
about the 22-yard line or so.
No, I think it's about the
40.
Maybe, yeah, about the 40.
Right.
It's hard to see back here.
Yeah, that is the 40. I'm jumping the gun here. I want a close game. I want a lot of touchdowns.
It's 7-0. Let's see if First Baptist can put it in here, get close.
All right, Mashburn under center again. Looks like he's got two backs in the backfield. And it's a fumble. And it's going to be picked up and recovered by Carrollwood.
That's number 80.
It's going to be Dominic Sicardo with the fumble recovery for Carrollwood. Carrollwood ball now 1st and 10.
First Baptist with another turnover. Turnovers will kill you in football.
Yeah, it was 3 false start penalties that made them punt the first drive, and now the fumble.
After the big gain, that's going to put the defense back out there again for the Eagles. They got to be getting tired.
Gruden under center again, drops back. Actually makes the handoff. Makes a move to the left. And swallowed up again. Not much running room at all.
Might have a face mask there.
Nate Lewis, not a lot of room to run. Either of these, any of these downs that they've looked to run, the running game has not done it for him. It has been the passing game so far, moving the ball for Carrollwood.
Number 55 for First Baptist did a good job keeping contained, but I think he got a little bit of hold of his face mask on the tackle.
Yeah, just under 3 minutes left here in the first quarter. It's the Carrollwood Patriots 7, the Eagles 0 from First Baptist. The Eagles are having some trouble. A lot of sloppy play so far in this game. Some penalties, some turnovers. 1 touchdown, a great touchdown pass from Duece Gruden to Dylan Floyd in the back of the end zone, very close to us. But since then, it's been a little up and down for both teams.
That's what did both of these teams in last week, were turnovers and mistakes. Okay. You just stop it. You just click right on here.
All right, it's going to be second down. About 13 it looks from here for Carrollwood.
1:13 in the first quarter.
Gruden back, looks like he's looking for a pass. He's got a lot of time to pass out and caught and breaks the tackle and down the right sideline. That's catch by number 7, Andy Embody. Embody again, the guy who picked up the fumble on the last punt, making a great catch here and some good yardage and close to a first down for Carrollwood.
Embody's Johnny on the spot today. Playing with his older brother for years probably taught him, man, you just got to get out there and play football. Oh, we got another penalty on the field. That's about 15 in the first quarter.
Yeah, definitely early season jitters for these two teams, and penalties on both sides. A turnover for each side. And we are looking at a 7-0 score here with about 2 minutes left in the first. They must have put some time back on the clock there.
Let's see, with exactly less than a minute to go, the clock running.
It's going to be third down and about 4, maybe 3 yards here for Carrollwood. Man in motion for Carrollwood. And another false start. Unbelievable.
.38 seconds left in the quarter.
It's now going to be third down and about 8 for Carrollwood after that false start. Some very excited fans around here.
Coach Lane McLaughlin's got to be upset with the way his offense is playing. A little sloppy here in the first quarter.
Yeah, and both teams, again, like we've said already, penalties, turnovers on both teams. Here you go, third and again, maybe 7 or 8 yards here for Carrollwood. Gruden again in the shotgun. 3 receivers split to his right. And throws quickly, kind of a wide receiver screen. It's going to be caught in a first down and a nice block. And I do think he picked up the first down. I believe that was Embody again with the catch. I'm sorry, that was actually Dylan Floyd who caught the touchdown earlier today with the catch and the first down.
Floyd and Embody make a nice 1-2 punch for Gruden.
And that is going to be the end of the first quarter. I think we look at the first quarter, Paul, we're talking about penalties and we're talking about turnovers and a little bit of offense, but both teams certainly need to tighten up quite a bit.
Yeah, I think I can hear Chucky on the sideline now.
Yeah, we could see him over there. He's still walking up and down the sideline like he's an old ball coach. And, you know, it's funny, we talked to John when he got here today. It's amazing to look at John Gruden today versus John Gruden when he was the coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You know, I saw him a couple weeks back working for the NFL Network and their Arena League broadcast. And I said, John, you look like you're about 10 years younger because the stress involved in coaching being a head coach of a football team at any level, there's quite a bit. And
I'll tell you, yeah, his hair, I haven't seen it this blonde in at least 5 years. All the grays are gone.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's nothing better than coming out and watching your kid play football. I mean, let's talk about it. You know, they say ABC in the coaching world, always be coaching, and that's what he's doing over there. He's walking behind the sidelines. Hopefully Lane is tone deaf to Chucky's ear, you know.
Yeah. Look, if I'm the head coach of a high school team, I'm listening to anything John Gruden says.
Every word he says. The one who's probably tone deaf is his son. You know, your kid never listens to you. I coached my kid for years. You could tell him 1,000 times, he won't listen. But as soon as somebody else tells him, it's gold.
Well, with all due respect, though, I mean, if your dad's the head football coach in the NFL, you might give him a little more, you know, because that's what you tell your dad growing up is like, look, you ain't coaching for the NFL, shut the hell up. But then if he is, you know, maybe you listen to him a little more. Here we go. Back under action here, second quarter.
He's
throwing
going
deep
deep
for the end zone. It's going to be batted down.
Number
nice
4.
play there by the defense.
Good defensive play by number 4.
It's Josh Walker, the receiver for the Eagles, playing a little defensive back as well and making that play, making sure Carrollwood does not get back into the end zone on that play. We got about 2nd and 10 now.
Eagles got a lot of two-way players, I noticed. Not many substitutions coming on and off the field.
You got 24 guys. You better have a couple going both ways, you know?
That's how it is. Carrollwood Day School has an impressive offensive line.
Yeah, they haven't run the ball well, but they've certainly given Gruden time when he's dropped back to pass.
We got I think it's a timeout by Carrollwood Day School here.
All right, timeout, Carrollwood Day School.
Second quarter, folks, under 12 minutes left, 7-0 Patriots over the Eagles. It's a beautiful day here in Carrollwood. I'll tell you what, this doesn't get any better. This is like paradise.
Friday afternoon on a football field, you really can't ask for a whole lot more than that. It's football. You can smell it in the air. You know, I love baseball. I do a show on the Tampa Bay Rays. But to me, there's nothing like football. There's nothing more American than football. You know, you look at every other sport. We've got guys from all over the world playing. But I think nothing is more American than the National Football League, than college football, and high school football as we're here watching today.
We like to think it starts right here in Tampa. I mean, Florida football may be better than Texas, California now. I like to believe it is. And the best players come out of Florida, and the best ones in Florida come out of Tampa.
Gruden. Pitch to the right. Carry 4. Robert Davis not getting much. Robert Davis, a lot of rushing yards so far this year, especially in the preseason for Carrollwood. Not a lot of rushing yards there today. Is if there's one thing the Eagles have done very well today, it's stop the run and be stout against the run, and they were again on that play.
Well, they're doing a good job getting numbers to the football on defense. They're not really wrapping up well, but they're gang tackling. They're bringing the guy down. The coach said last week they couldn't tackle anybody, so I'm sure he's happy only giving up 7-0.
I didn't hear anything like that myself, but
I believe Carrollwood Day School was a defending state champ in 8-man football a few years ago. They've gone up to.
I didn't know they had 8-man football.
Oh, football's year-round down here in Florida. This isn't Massachusetts. We don't pack up the helmets when the snow hits after December. We get ready for next season. It starts January 1st.
Back to pass again and incomplete to number 3. Actually, that was a backward pass. It looks like in a fumble, but 3 is able to drop and grab it. That's Kligo again, and Kligo making the play and jumping on that ball because it looks like, I guess, it was a backwards pass. Called it a fumble.
Lost video for a second. I do believe they did call it a lateral. Anytime the ball goes backwards, it is not a forward pass. It is a live ball. Brings up 4th down for the Patriots.
And they're going to punt the ball. And that's a wobbly kick, but a nice one. Looks like it's right around the end zone. Picked up, gets outside. And making a little bit of something out of nothing there with the return.
That's a beautiful Bermuda grass we have down here.
Yeah. A reminder, if you're just joining us, quarterback here at Carrollwood is Duece Gruden, son of the longtime Buccaneer head coach John Gruden, who will join us here at halftime. We'll talk a little bit about what his kid's doing, maybe a little bit about Monday Night Football, and see if he's got some critical things to say about his son, Duece Gruden. Quick pass to the outside there, caught, and actually, yeah, they're going to call it a catch, only about 2 or 3 yards there, though, for the Eagles.
Nope, they did call it incomplete. It hit the ground.
All right, the referees here, not very fond of the incomplete pass call with the arms to keep us knuckleheads knowing what's going on.
Let's see if Faith Baptist goes back to their big receiver who made that catch for 40 yards before they turned it over.
They certainly need to do something back down at about the 11 or 12 yard line for Carrollwood, their own 11 or 12 yard line. And it's a pitch right and a nice little carry. Picked up a few yards there. It's going to be...
I think that was number 9.
Number 9, it's going to be Micah Summers. Again, we were told Micah Summers was going to get a lot of carries today thanks to the suspension of starting tailback DeAndre Smith.
Coach from First Baptist trying to establish a running game here. The passing game has not been very effective.
We go down. Looks like about 3-4 yards for a first down. Mashburn with the handoff again up the middle. Not looking like much.
That was 63 on the tackle for the Patriots.
Chance Furman making the play there.
Big nose tackle.
Looks like they are going to be short of that first down. And Mashburn, not just the quarterback, but also the punter now, back to punt. Nate Lewis back around midfield.
Patriots defense hold tough again, and they come for after the punt and just missed it.
Nice little punt. Caught on the run by Lewis. Lewis to the left, and looks like he goes out of bounds here.
And he did a tightrope, got a few extra yards cutting it back against the grain.
It's going to be first down Carrollwood, looking to build on that 7-0 lead.
Let's see if John sent something in for this series.
If you see a lot of motion, before the snap, we know that was a call made by John Gruden.
And they come under I formation.
Yeah, first time today out of I formation. Big Robert Davis in the backfield. And not much going on there up the middle. Was Davis with the carry.
The hole opened up, a big 55 for First Baptist. He filled the hole beautifully there.
The Eagles mascot here on the sideline taking pictures with the fans now. Big game here for Carrollwood. Again, 7-0. About just under 8 minutes on the clock here in the first half. Kligo getting the carry, going left and not getting much at all for the Eagles.
He's brought down by number 33 and number 50.
Little smooth jazz for you there in the background as we call the game here.
That's one thing when you're streaming live. You never know what can happen.
That's right.
Anything can happen.
So we do apologize if anybody runs by and drops one of those 7 words that George Carlin talked about, but it wasn't us. That's all I'm going to say. Duece Gruden again under center. 2 backs in the backfield. Looks like Kligo again. And it's a fake to Kligo. He goes right, throws the ball, caught, and down out of bounds. Looks like right around the 20.
Might have had a little face mask.
Dominique Sicardo with the catch, getting real close to the 20.
Dominic Sicardo is a big target for Duece Gruden coming out of tight end position. They had a nice play action fake there, and Gruden rolled to the right. He found Dominic out there in the flat, brought it in. They might be tacking on some yardage for the face mask there.
It's going to be first down now and 10 from what looks like right around the 20. Look, right around the
I got my binoculars out. It looks like we're at exactly the 10 or 11 yard line, to not be exact.
Inside the 20. First down and a 10 from the 11, or maybe it's first and goal. Again, we're at the opposite end of the field, so sometimes a little tough to see exactly the yardage here.
If they have the first down markers there, it's outside the 10, so it must be a little outside the 10.
I think it's going to be about the 12, if I can see right. The handoff again to the right. Robert Davis picking up 3 or 4 yards.
He's brought down by number 20 for the Eagles.
Davis again this preseason really ran the ball a lot, almost 250 yards and a couple touchdowns in their first preseason game. And as I went through looking and find out as much as I could about the Carrollwood Patriots, I kept seeing the name.
Well, you got to run the ball in football. I mean, running the ball is where it's at. Blocking, going up the gut, wearing out the defense. It's hot out there.
Looks like we're looking at about second down and 6 or 7 yards here for Carrollwood as there's a timeout on the field.
I believe that's your mandatory water timeout here at FHSAA. They do have mandatory water breaks per half.
I don't blame them. There's been enough issues, with people at every level, whether it's high school, college, or football, with dehydration and guys, dying because of dehydration. So when you're in a state like Florida with this heat, I commend them. You might, especially in a close game, not want the action to stop, but it's the right thing to do to make sure all the kids on the field are safe.
And that it is a life or death situation, and these coaches go through a lot of training and certifications to teach kids how to hydrate before a game, what to do the night before, what to do during the game to stay hydrated. Surprising 7-0 first half, I got to admit. First Baptist is hanging tough on D. Not looking too good on offense, but they have had a couple of plays. Carrollwood Day looks to wear them down. They went to the running game here. Nice play action by Gruden on 3rd and short. Hit Dominic out of the tight end spot over the right side. Let's see what they got up their sleeve here for 2nd and goal. Or actually about 2nd and 7, I believe.
Yeah, Carrollwood definitely wants to add some points on this drive and get a 2-possession lead going into the half. Out of the gun is Gruden. He rolls to his left. He throws, and oh, it's incomplete pass. Very close to being intercepted there. The corner cut off that play, saw the play going to the sideline, and almost made a play. And if he had caught that, he's going the other way for 6.
That's a tough thing. I don't understand why coaches do that sometimes. They ask a right-handed quarterback to roll to his left. It's tough to get your feet set, look downfield, and throw the ball to the receiver. That's just tough to do as a right-handed quarterback, running to your left full speed.
Yeah, you have to assume that it's because of that they do it, because you want to deceive people in football. You want to make them think you're going to do what you're not going to do. And obviously there he was able to get out and have plenty of room to make the throw, but wasn't able, like you said, to get his feet set and make that play. Again, under center here is Gruden. And another false start penalty. A bunch of them on the Eagles in their first drive. Now one here inside the 10-yard line for the Carrollwood Patriots as they look to try to get to another 2-score lead before the half here.
Looks like they called delay a game. Coach McLaughlin trying to get the play in there in time, just having a little trouble getting the plays off.
Now under 6 minutes to go, 7-0 Carrollwood Patriots. If you're the Eagles, you know you need a big stop here, maybe hold them to a field goal.
Let's look if they go to the big tight end again.
It's going to be a handoff right. That's Robert Davis. And touchdown, Robert Davis. Touchdown, Carrollwood Patriots.
Huge hole over the right side. That's what they decided to do this quarter. They're going to play some smash mouth football, get the ground game established. Patriots go up 13-0 with the extra point coming up.
Another good drive here by Carrollwood, and they have, for the exception of a couple of plays, really dominated this first half of football.
Definitely have dominated. First Baptist, a new school. Carrollwood Day School is also a new school, but just not quite as new.
And it's good.
Always tough to tell if those kicks are good from that angle.
Yeah. Even at Raymond James Stadium from the press box, half the time I think it's good when it's not. So you never do know until you see the back judges there and the refs with their arms up telling you it's good. 14-0 now. Just over 5 minutes to play here at Carrollwood High School. They get set to kick off to the Eagles. The Eagles definitely have to be motivated to try to get some points on the board here before the half. You don't want to go in down 2 scores. You certainly don't want to go in without seeing the end zone at all. You're going to think that their offense is going to be very motivated on this drive. They got to watch out for those false start penalties because they've killed drives in the past. A false start penalty, a fumble, and really not much of a scoring chance so far here for the Eagles of First Baptist.
Yeah, it's been a mistake-ridden first half for First Baptist. Let's see if they can get a big play on a kick return here.
Here comes the kickoff. Little line drive down there. It's going to bounce out of bounds, which is going to be a penalty. Going to bring the ball out to the 40-yard line. So good starting field position here for the First Baptist Eagles.
I do believe you have the option to take it at the 40 or re-kick it. Let's see what they decide to do. It looks like they're going to take it at the 40.
Yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't. I mean, you get the option for that kind of field position. I think you have to take it. All right, it's the 35 here in high school football. I know it's the 40 in the NFL. I guess they don't want to penalize high school kids as much for not being able to kick the oblong ball.
Well, that goes back to your point. Why would you take it at the 35? Some high schools have best athletes are their kick returners. So you have a lot of big plays happen on the kick return. So sometimes you want to back them up 5 and see if your best athlete can get you better field position and possibly score. That's why I thought First Baptist might do that to try to muster something up on special teams.
All right, Mashburn under center. He's got the pitch to the left and falls down. Looks like he's going to lose a few yards on that play. Not very much going there.
Now, it was a quick rocket screen to the left, and number 7 came up from his cornerback position and just put a stop to that play.
Yeah, another play by Embody. He's a name we've said a lot this half. Along with Duece Gruden, it's been Andy Embody quite a bit.
Yeah, if I were the Eagles, I think I'd go to the right with Embody and Gruden on the one side. I'd try to go away from them two guys. Got another timeout by the Eagles.
You know, both of these defenses very aggressive pursuing the ball, and you got to wonder if we're going to start to see some screen passes in the second half. If I'm looking at this game as a head coach, I'm looking at these defenses and I'm looking for the screen pass because I think the way these teams have been running after the ball, you might catch somebody on a backside screen.
Yeah, coaches love the blitz, and in high school, it's hard to stay disciplined on the D-line and linebacker to look for that screen first. Let's see if First Baptist takes your advice here and maybe calls a little screen pass. Stop that pressure getting to the quarterback. He's getting clobbered back there. Carrollwood Day School 1-1 on the season, looking to get another victory to move up to 2-1.
Up 14-0 here with a couple minutes left in the half. The First Baptist Eagles certainly need to get something going into the half to get this team their confidence up a little bit before the half is over, because if they don't, this is a team that's going to be in a lot of trouble coming out in the second half. All right, Mashburn again. Looks like he hands off. Oh, it's actually a play action pass to the left and caught. It's going to be a first down. Catch made by Addie Finley, number 1, down the left sideline there. Going to get a first down for the Eagles, so they do keep this drive alive here with just under 5 minutes here on the clock.
Nice pass and catch there.
All right, back to the line, 4.5 minutes on the clock. Mashburn getting under center once again. Takes the handoff. He's going to roll right with it. He's going to run with it. It's a quarterback keeper for Mashburn.
And the ball comes loose.
And the ball is out.
I think Mashburn got his own fumble there.
It looks like a gain of about 3 or 4 yards, maybe second down and about 6 here.
That was a basic football, naked bootleg by the quarterback. Straight run. I don't think he had the idea of passing at all in that play. What do you think?
No, yeah, that was a quarterback keeper all the way. I think they were trying to get them napping a little bit, trying to get those defensive backs dropping back, looking for the deep pass and sneak him through there, but didn't quite work out so well. So here we go, 3 minutes, 36 seconds on the clock. Out of the shotgun now is Mashburn. 3 receivers out. And
it was a low snap.
I don't know if you ever had the ball, but the ball came out and picked up by Micah Summers.
Yeah, it was a low snap. He had problems fielding the snap.
Maybe about 3rd down and 10 after the fumbled snap. About the 46-yard line here. Back onto the wrong side of the field if you're the First Baptist Eagles. About 2 minutes, 50 seconds left on the clock.
They've played most of this half in their field, on their side of the field.
Yeah, they did, like you said, have that one big play. They're going to have to find another one. Here's Mashburn again out of the shotgun on 3rd and 9. And another false start penalty for First Baptist. That's going to bring them back to about 3rd and 14. And I think I've said that a couple times now, thanks to false starts by the First Baptist Eagles. Very excited CDS fans walking by right now. Yeah, you see him 14-0. He's excited. He's painted up. And that's what high school football is all about, getting as excited as you can about anything in your life.
Mashburn's got to know. There's nothing about school pride. Carrollwood Day School's probably got a really good crowd on hand. Smell the barbecue grill going.
Yeah, we might have to sneak over there at halftime.
Is that part of our pay?
I don't know.
Mashburn, he's just getting peppered out there. His line isn't giving him much time to produce.
No, not at all. Mashburn again drops back. He rolls to his left, and he's going to throw across his body and caught on the sideline. It's going to be
number 4.
Short of a first down, only about a 5-yard catch there. Not going to get it done with being 4th down.
No, I believe he got the first. It's just a tough angle here. Yeah, that was a tough throw by 4. Or not, good catch by number 4. Tough throw by Mashburn.
I thought he picked up 5. He must have picked up 15.
No press box here at Carrollwood Day School, so we got the on-field angle.
And parents to look over as well. All right, Mashburn again. Under center. Two receivers split to his right. And goes right up the middle. Just a couple of yards. They're going to be watching the clock here. We're down to a minute 38. I wouldn't be running the ball if I'm trying to score some points here before the half.
I think they have one timeout left. They went with a little veer option there. He faked it to the fullback, hoping the defense would bite. They have been very aggressive. He pulled it out. Only gained a couple over the left side. Quick timeout by First Baptist. They might be in field goal range. I didn't see them warming up kicking field goals before the game started, so I'm not too sure about their field goal kicker. If I'm the coach, I just want to get points on the board right now.
Yeah, you don't want to go into the half down 14-0. You don't want to go into the half without anything really positive to talk about outside of that one long pass. There really hasn't been a very positive half for the Eagles, and you want to go in with some kind of momentum into the half. And right now, the way they're looking at it, they're down big. You know, a couple touchdowns is pretty big in high school anyways, and you made a lot of mistakes in the first half, a lot of penalties, a turnover, nothing really positive to go into the half and talk to your kids about. And I don't know, you've been a coach. Do you go in kicking and screaming if it's this kind of a half for the Eagles?
Well, you're shooting yourself in the foot. You've had opportunities, and you let them go. I mean, you got to take advantage of an opportunity right now.
All right, here comes Mashburn under center. He drops back. He runs bootleg to the right. He's looking deep and throws short over the middle. Caught. Not for many yards, but caught by number 4. Looks like Josh Walker made a catch earlier in the game.
Mashburn did a great job to press the line, we call it. You get outside when you're the quarterback. Use the field to your advantage. Press the line, find your guy. Number 4 did a great job coming back to his quarterback and looking for an empty space.
Here he goes. They run it up to the line, trying to get it off quick. And they start the clock. Mashburn under center. And him and the center are the only ones who really moved there at the snap. Everybody else, I don't think, had any idea what was going on.
Yeah, I think they just wanted to stop the clock there. You got to wait till the ref sets the ball before you can do anything. Once the ref got it set, and Mashburn got it off, stopped the clock, downed it, spiked it into the ground.
Yeah, I've never seen where nobody moves but the center and quarterback.
Yeah, it looked like both teams knew what was coming, so they just decided. That's when you might have seen Marino with a fake.
Yeah.
That's where that play came from. You catch everybody sleeping.
So the clock is stopped. We're at a minute 16. Mashburn trying to get some points here for his Eagles before the half. He's under center again. He looks to his right, throws, gets hit, and it's caught for a touchdown. Caught by Josh. Number 4 again, Josh Walker for the touchdown for the Eagles. And we're going to have a little bit of momentum now for the Eagles going into the half, and maybe a little bit better of a game in the second half, because this is something that they can build on and something they can be happy about after the first half. A nice pass there by Mashburn to Josh Walker for the touchdown.
Mashburn is gritty. I like this kid. He rolled to his left. He stood in there, waited to the last second, delivered the ball on the mark. Looks like number 4 is his favorite target. 3 catches in a row on that drive.
And I'll tell you what, he catches anything that comes near him. He'd be my favorite target, too. The extra point is up, and it is good. So there we go with a minute before the half. It is now the Carrollwood Patriots 14, the First Baptist Eagles 7, with a minute 7 left in the half here at Carrollwood Day School.
This has turned into quite an exciting game here before the end of the half. It started a little slow, a lot of mistakes, early season jitters.
And that can be expected, especially with high school kids, especially early in the year. Yeah, you see a lot of that. So the team's a little less sloppy in the second quarter. The Eagles finally putting a drive together and getting in the end zone before the half. And again, having something positive to talk about. It's going to be a big thing for their head coach at the half. Speaking of head coaches at the half, former Buccaneer and Oakland Raider head coach John Gruden will join us at halftime. We'll talk a little bit about his son, Duece Gruden, the starting quarterback of the Carrollwood Patriots. Maybe we'll talk some Monday Night Football, and maybe we'll ask him if he's going to get back into coaching. Maybe he'll tell us because we're calling his kid's game. Who knows?
Hey, any advice, anything we can get from Gruden, maybe he can give us some Monday night pointers. Let's see if Carrollwood Day School decides to use this last minute to try to score, or if they go into the half happy with a 14-7 lead. Little squib kick up the middle, taken by number 7.
And he's going to be dropped right there, about the 15, 16-yard line.
Yeah, with less than a minute to go, I would definitely consider maybe just running it or kneeling on it. You don't want to make a mistake. Gruden's already thrown 1 pick. You're deep into your territory. Nothing you'd want to do but to give the Eagles more momentum going into the half, especially with as many mistakes as you've already made.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be super aggressive. I certainly, like you said, I wouldn't drop Gruden back to try to make any deep passes. But I might try, maybe a draw play. Maybe drop Gruden back as if I'm going to try to go deep and try to get a draw play up the middle and pick up some big yards.
You know, I don't know. That's why I'm here, though, and they're on the sidelines. Lane might decide he might have a trick play or something big here.
He does have 2 wide receivers to the left. Gruden is out of the shotgun. He's going to look right, and he's just going to keep it himself and pick up maybe 2 or 3 yards for being brought down by big number 55. That is Joel Niebo, defensive end for the Eagles, making the play after a quick gain.
Niebo's been in on about 5 to 10 tackles already.
Yeah, and I talked to the coaching staff for the Eagles before the game, and Niebo's one of the guys they pointed out to me and said, this is a guy that will make plays today. This is a guy whose name you're going to call, and we have called his name, along with, I think, Josh Walker, probably as much as anybody outside of the quarterback, Mashburn.
Well, he might be one of the guys these college scouts are here to see today. There are quite a few out here on the sideline walking around. And I'll be honest with you, there's some D1 talent here today.
Yeah, there's definitely some kids out here that can play some football, and it's a lot of fun to watch. And definitely a good first half of football here. We're just under 50 seconds on the clock in the first half before halftime, and we'll get the second half underway shortly after that. We'll talk to John Gruden at the half. Looks like we're in for a close game in the second half. And really, whenever you're at a football game, as a fan, as a broadcaster, as anyone, all you can really hope for is a close game because that keeps you into the game. It keeps you excited. And so far, this has been an exciting game here. A little sloppy in the beginning, but definitely some scoring and a lot of fun to watch. All right, Gruden's out of the shotgun again, so maybe not aggressive, but not too non-aggressive as they keep going out of the shotgun, certainly looking for some action. 80, the tight end, is in motion. He looks quick, bubble screen over to the right. That's caught by Dylan. Dylan Floyd, he's out of bounds. Looks like he picked up almost enough for a first down. It's going to be close.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just, what are they doing? That's just kind of like they're thinking about maybe if they get this first down or.
I think they're being just aggressive enough. You know, they're not doing anything too big like throwing it deep over the middle, but they're doing enough to move the football and maybe, you know, get across the midfield where they can try to take a couple shots without worrying too much about a turnover that'll turn into points for the Eagles.
Yeah, they're on the fringe is what I like to call it.
Here we go, coming up to the line. It's 3rd down and about 5 here for the Patriots. Gruden again in the shotgun. All right, drops back, looks left, throws right. It looks like it's going to go out of bounds, though. Looking for Davis. Big Robert Davis to the right, but he just overthrew him a little bit. That ball going out of bounds. It's going to be 4th down and 5, and they will punt the ball back to the Eagles with about 30 seconds left on the clock. A little over 30 seconds left on the clock here in the first half. So I like Carrollwood being a little aggressive and trying to score and not just kneeling on the ball, but hopefully it doesn't come back to get him.
Well, I'll tell you, I'd have to disagree with you. Number 11 there for the Eagles was standing there. Gruden's lucky he overthrew that because that might have been a pick 6.
Oh, tough snap there. And it's blocked on the punt. And maybe they should have put a knee on it. The ball into the end zone.
We were just talking about him.
Picked up by 55. What a play, a touchdown on the ball.
I mean, I hate to say I told you so, but it goes back to football one-on-one.
Makes the play, a touchdown, and we look like we're going to go into the half tied after it was a 2-touchdown lead for the Patriots. A blocked punt. And look, I guess, I grew up a Giants fan. You'd think I wouldn't be aggressive. You'd think I'd be about running the ball, but I wanted to see him try to put some points on the board. They were unable to.
Well, I grew up a Giants fan, too, before I moved down to Tampa. And the Giant football and Buck football is pretty much the same. You're looking at running the ball. You're looking at defense. And I told you it was the fringe. I would have just kneeled on it.
Well, hey,
with less than a minute to go, you're deep in your territory. You could have just knelt on it, went into the half with a 14-7. They already had enough momentum after they made the great pass. Now they're down 1 point. They might even go for 2 here.
You were right. I kind of liked the game plan for Carrollwood. They weren't too aggressive, so they didn't have to worry too much about a turnover, but they did some things to try to move the football. And again, I liked the idea. I liked trying to get some more points before the half. But unfortunately for them, a 3-and-out and a blocked punt turns into a touchdown by Niebo, who's had a very big first half for these Eagles. And what can you say? This has been something else.
Just like that, it's a 1-point game, and it doesn't get any more exciting.
No, extra point here. Maybe we'll go into the half with a tie.
I think the Eagles are going to go for 2. They're on the road. They're winless. Their coach said, you know what? Let's go for the lead before half.
I like it. They are going to go for 2. Mashburn out of the shotgun. He drops back. He rolls to the right. He throws the ball, and it's broken up. What a play. That is Robert Davis. Again, we talked about him running the ball quite a bit, but Robert Davis, a big play there on the 2-point conversion, and because of that, they're going to go into the half with a 14-13 lead. And I wonder, you said you're not going to be aggressive and go for the touchdown if you're Carrollwood. Do you think the Eagles maybe shouldn't have gone for the 2?
Nah, I mean, if I'm the coach, I'm on the road. You're down 14-0 with about 6 minutes to go in the half, and next thing you know, you're down 1 point. You might need to try that same thing at the end of the game to win it. So why not go for it now? What's the worst thing? You're only down 1. 14-13, you're in this game.
Definitely an aggressive move there by the First Baptist Eagles. Don't know if they felt like they'd be in this game. Talking to the coaches before the game, I think they were not so optimistic about this game. And now going into the half, we were talking about just 6 minutes ago, like you said, they didn't have anything positive to talk about the half. And now they can go into the half and say, guess what? We're in this game because of a couple of big plays, and we've got every opportunity to win this. And it's a squib kick here, picked up by 7. And
they're running a little trickery.
Little trickeration. The ball ends up with number 4. That's Patrick Ward, but he's going to go down. They got in a group. They tried to sneak it out with Ward. It didn't really work out, but I applaud the attempt. Well, I think we know they're going to put a knee on it now after the way the last drive went 3-and-out, and that blocked punt completely turned around the momentum of this football game. So I'd be very surprised if this offense comes out, and that'll be something great to ask John Gruden about at the half is how does he feel about the offense of his son's football team being aggressive and causing what ended up being a lot closer of a game than it looked like it was going to be. All right, they pitch it to Davis. He goes right. He breaks the seam up the middle. Oh, and a nice
runs
carry.
into his own guy.
Unbelievable carry there by Robert Davis, picking up quite a few yards, getting very close to,
Think about the 35.
No, he's got, I think he's got a little more than that. It's going to look like the 45, 44-yard line maybe here for Carrollwood. And I don't know what happened there.
Looks like the center snapped it, and the only one who was ready was Gruden. And that'll be your half, folks, 14-13.
Certainly an interesting half of football here. We saw Carrollwood come out, jump on the Eagles early. The Eagles really not able to do anything in the first half offensively outside of a long touchdown pass until about the 6-minute mark of the second quarter, where they were able to get in the game with a touchdown and then get back into the game with a defensive play, and then the special teams with a huge blocked punt. And what can you say about Niembo falling down on that?
Well, you did mention one thing the coaches said. They had a couple of guys, and one of them was Niembo, number 55. The guy has not left the field. I believe he's playing offensive tackle. He's playing defensive end. He's blocking punts. He's everywhere.
All right, we're going to quickly go into a timeout. When we get back, we'll be joined by John Gruden. A couple commercials here. When we get back, we'll be joined by John Gruden, former head coach of your Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and, of course, the father of Carrollwood quarterback, Duece Gruden.
Hi folks, Tom Krasnicki alongside Bobby Fenton here on TampaLiveSports.com. We are the Sports Revolution, sports talk at its best, every Friday from noon till 2, right here on TampaLiveSports.com. But Bobby, we're not the only show in town right here on TampaLiveSports.com.
Absolutely not. We've got sailing, we've got women's beach volleyball, there's men's too, but really volleyball. We've got high school football coming up. It's that time of the year now. We're going to have teams from all counties. Simulcast right here on the website. And of course, like Tom said, the Sports Revolution with Tom and I live noon to 2 and archived so you can watch it anytime you want. TampaLiveSports.com is a 24-hour provider of entertainment.
We're up and running, a lot of exciting things to look forward to, including us, Bobby Fenton, Tom Krasnicki, every Friday noon till 2, right here on TampaLiveSports.com. Tom Krasnicki alongside Bobby Fenton here on TampaLiveSports.com. We are the Sports Revolution, sports talk at its best, every Friday from noon till 2, right here on TampaLiveSports.com. But Bobby, we're not the only show in town right here on TampaLiveSports.com.
Absolutely not. We've got sailing, we've got women's beach volleyball, there's men's too, but really volleyball. We've got high school football coming up. It's that time of the year now. We're going to have teams from all counties. Simulcast right here on the website. And of course, like Tom said, the Sports Revolution with Tom and I live noon to 2 and archived so you can watch it anytime you want. TampaLiveSports.com is a 24-hour provider of entertainment.
We're up and running, a lot of exciting things to look forward to, including us. Bobby Fenton, Tom Preston, every Friday, 1 to 2, right here on TampaLiveSports.com. Hi folks, Tom Krasnicki alongside Bobby Fenton here on TampaLiveSports.com. We are the Sports Revolution, sports talk at its best, every Friday from noon till 2, right here on TampaLiveSports.com. But Bobby, we're not the only show in town right here on TampaLiveSports.com.
Absolutely not. We've got sailing, we've got women's beach volleyball, there's men's too, but really volleyball. We've got high school football coming up. It's that time of the year now. We're going to have teams from all counties. Simulcast right here on the website. And of course, like Tom said, the Sports Revolution with Tom and I live noon to 2 and archived so you can watch it anytime you want. TampaLiveSports.com is a 24-hour provider of entertainment.
We're up and running, a lot of exciting things to look forward to, including us. Bobby Fenton, Tom Preston, every Friday, 1 to 2, right here on TampaLiveSports.com. Hi folks, Tom Krasnicki alongside Bobby Fenton here on TampaLiveSports.com. We are the Sports Revolution, sports talk at its best, every Friday from noon till 2, right here on TampaLiveSports.com. But Bobby, we're not the only show in town right here on TampaLiveSports.com.
Absolutely not. We've got sailing, we've got women's beach volleyball, there's men's too, but really volleyball. We've got high school football coming up. It's that time of the year now. We're going to have teams from all counties. Simulcast right here on the website. And of course, like Tom said, the Sports Revolution with Tom and I live noon to 2 and archived so you can watch it anytime you want. TampaLiveSports.com is a 24-hour provider of entertainment.
We're up and running, a lot of exciting things to look forward to, including us. Bobby Fenton, Tom Preston, every Friday, 1 to 2, right here on TampaLiveSports.com. Hi folks, Tom Krasnicki alongside Bobby Fenton here on TampaLiveSports.com. We are the Sports Revolution, sports talk at its best, every Friday from noon till 2, right here on TampaLiveSports.com. But Bobby, we're not the only show in town right here on TampaLiveSports.com.
Absolutely not. We've got sailing, we've got women's beach volleyball, there's men's too, but really volleyball. We've got high school football coming up. It's that time of the year now. We're going to have teams from all counties. Simulcast right there on the website, and of course, like Tom said, the Sports Revolution with Tom and I live noon to 2, and archives so you can watch it anytime you want. TampaLiveSports.com is 24-hour provider of entertainment.
We're up and running, a lot of exciting things to look forward to, including us, Bobby Fenton, Tom Krasnicki, every Friday noon to 2, right here on TampaLiveSports.com. Hi folks, Tom Krasnicki alongside Bobby Fenton here on TampaLiveSports.com. We are the Sports Revolution, sports talk at its best, every Friday from noon till 2, right here on TampaLiveSports.com. But Bobby, we're not the only show in town right here on TampaLiveSports.com.
Absolutely not. We've got sailing, we've got women's beach volleyball, there's men's too, but really volleyball. We've got high school football coming up. It's that time of the year now. We're going to have teams from all counties. Simulcast right there on the website, and of course, like Tom said, the Sports Revolution with Tom and I live noon to 2, and archives so you can watch it anytime you want. TampaLiveSports.com is 24-hour provider of entertainment.
We're up and running, a lot of exciting things to look forward to, including us, Bobby Fenton, Tom Krasnicki, every Friday noon to 2, right here on TampaLiveSports.com. Hi folks, Tom Krasnicki alongside Bobby Fenton here on TampaLiveSports.com. We are the Sports Revolution, sports talk at its best, every Friday from noon till 2, right here on TampaLiveSports.com. But Bobby, we're not the only show in town right here
not. We've got sailing. We've got women's beach volleyball. There's men's too. We're really volleyball. We've got high school football coming up. It's that time of the year now. We're going to have teams from all counties. Simulcast right here on the website. And of course, like Tom said, the Sports Revolution with Tom and I live noon to 2 and archived so you can watch it anytime you want. TampaLiveSports.com is a 24-hour provider of entertainment.
We're up and running. A lot of exciting things to look forward to, including us. Bobby Fenton, Town President, every Friday, noon to 2, right here on TampaLiveSports.com. Hi folks, Tom Krasnicki alongside Bobby Fenton here on TampaLiveSports.com. We are the Sports Revolution, sports talk at its best, every Friday from noon till 2, right here on TampaLiveSports.com. But Bobby, we're not the only show in town right here on TampaLiveSports.com.
Absolutely not. We've got sailing. We've got women's beach volleyball. There's men's too. We're really volleyball. We've got high school football coming up. It's that time of the year now. We're going to have teams from all counties. Simulcast right here on the website. And of course, like Tom said, the Sports Revolution with Tom and I live noon to 2 and archived so you can watch it anytime you want. TampaLiveSports.com is a 24-hour provider of entertainment.
We're up and running. A lot of exciting things to look forward to, including us. Bobby Fenton, Town President, every Friday, noon to 2, right here on TampaLiveSports.com.
Welcome back to Carrollwood Day School. The score 14-12 at the half. I had mistaken before the half. The Eagles, when they did attempt an extra point, actually missed that extra point. That's why they went for the 2 at the end of the half, trying to tie the game up at 14-all. It's 14-12 here before we get into the second half, getting ready for kickoff. I apologize. I know about 12 times in the first half I told you John Gruden would be joining us at halftime. Unfortunately, well, the guy's a celebrity, and we could not drag him away from the autograph seekers and the picture seekers and being the good guy that John Gruden is, as opposed to coming over and talking to us at halftime. He took every picture and signed every autograph asked of him, and unfortunately was not able to join us for the half. But John Gruden certainly excited to see his kid Duece Gruden starting here for the Carrollwood Patriots, who do lead 14-12 now as we get ready for the second half. Kickoff about to happen.
Faith Baptist will get the ball here to start the second half. They scored 12 consecutive points. They can't kind of take the momentum their way. Let's see how they can open up this half.
Hopefully the large contingency of fans here at the end zone here will move along. We might actually see some of this game.
Yeah, I'm going to the monitor here.
And here comes the kickoff. It's going to be caught in the end zone. A nice kick there. Goes to the right and tackled is number 1. That's Addie Finley. Addie Finley. I'm going to get his name right one of these times. Addie Finley with the return gets him out to what's looking like the 17-yard line here. It's going to be first down and 10.
Yeah, I thought they were going to blow it dead. In high school football, you can't bring it out of the end zone.
Really?
I didn't know if he had a foot deep or he might have been right outside the goal line. Yeah, here in the state of Florida, once the ball is kicked into the end zone, it is a dead ball.
All right. He's going to be out of the shotgun again. Again, it's first 10, right around the 17-yard line here. Mashburn gets the ball to the shotgun, hands off quickly to Micah Summers. Micah Summers to the left, picks up about 6-7 yards, I think, before getting tackled.
Yeah, Summers had a little daylight there to the left. It looked like they went shotgun veer. Gained about 8 over the left side there. Nice little dipsy-do cutback.
Yeah, second down and a long 2 here coming up for the Eagles. Mashburn again out of the shotgun.
See if Mashburn looks for his favorite target.
Another handoff to Micah Summers. Goes left, picks up a few yards. Might have got the first down. It's going to be very close.
Oh, yeah, he definitely got that. He had some great forward lean. He ran through a few tacklers. Went right back to the play that worked. Got a first down.
Thanks, guys. You guys rock. Patriots fans moving out of the way so we can call this game for you.
Yeah, no press box over here at Carrollwood Day School. It is a new facility. Beautiful field, though.
Mashburn again in the shotgun here. It's a first and 10 for the Eagles. Fakes the handoff, goes right up the middle. Gain maybe 5 or 6 yards here for Mashburn on the quarterback keeper after the fake.
I love the call there. But ran the same play twice. He handed it off twice. Now he pulls it, goes right up the gut with the quarterback. That's what they call a progression on the offense, folks.
It's going to be second down now. About 4 yards. It was 6 yards on the pickup. Second down, about 4 yards for the Faith Baptist Eagles.
Caught a long 3, short 4.
Mashburn again in the shotgun. Every play this drive out of the shotgun so far. Faked like he was going to go right up the middle. Throws and incomplete. Number 11 has it bounced right off his hands. Very good throw there, but not caught by number 11, who is Lindrick Storr. Incomplete pass on that catch there for Lindrick Storr. It's going to be third down and, like you said, a long 3, maybe 4 yards for the Eagles.
Storr was open there. He had a chance to bring it down. Mashburn put it right on the money. He just dropped it. Let's see if Mashburn looks for his favorite receiver here.
It's third down. He's got 2 receivers split right. Another 2 receivers split left. Go 4 wide here with a back in the backfield, Micah Summers. Mashburn again coming out of the shotgun. Takes the ball, rolls to his right. He's looking deep. He throws deep, and it is incomplete out the sideline. Looking deep. Couldn't make the connection.
He tried to go back to his man that made the catch early in the first half. Mashburn got hit when he threw it. Not out there by the corner.
It's be fourth down and about, he said, 3 and 4 yards now. Mashburn back, not in the shotgun, but back to punt. Carrollwood looking to get the ball for the first time. A floating snap, but does get the punt off, not very far. It is caught, and the return coming the right. Nice move to the right. Still on his feet, down the sideline, and dropped.
I love that return. Nothing bothers me more as a coach when a player just runs out of bounds, scared of contact. He decided to cut it back, get the extra 10 yards. That'll bring it up first down for the Patriots inside of Eagles territory.
Be first down and 10 at what looks like, let's say, the 35-yard line. Duece Gruden under center again here. Carry is to the right and dropped is Robert Davis after a gain of about 6 or 7 yards.
Looks like CDS has kind of gone to a heavy formation. They got two wings in there. Just went left off tackle. Gain of 9 on that one.
9. Thought it was about 6 or 7, but definitely a nice run there.
Yeah, the running
By
back
Davis.
is finishing after the contact.
Gruden again with the handoff up the middle and down quickly. It's like Robert Davis again with the carry. They look like they want to lean on Robert Davis heavily here in the second half and try to run this game out and get back up by 2 possessions, which they can with a touchdown and extra point, bring them up to 9 points, a two possession game here in the second half.
It looks like Coach McLaughlin wanted to come out this half, establish his running game. He was wearing the Eagles down last half, and just a few mistakes at the end of the half turned the game right around, looking to establish control again.
Davis in the backfield again. Gruden under center. And we got a timeout on the field.
Looks like it's against the Eagles. Some sort of stoppage. Didn't see a flag.
Yeah, very interesting. The ball's not... substitution timeout or something. I don't know what's going on here. I didn't see the ball moved.
Might have been a substitution penalty.
I believe we had a little bit of encroachment there, or offsides on the defense. It is 1st and 5.
Yeah, Gruden got him with the hard count.
Gruden drops back, hands off. It's Davis again, left side, inside the 10. Down at about the 3-yard line.
Davis with some nifty moves. Touchdown saving tackle by number 3.
Yeah, Robert Davis again. Really the workhorse on this drive. They're giving him the football time and again, and they're running the clock. They're running the ball. They know if they score and they can get the extra point, at least they're up 2 possessions. It'll be very, very advantageous here. Of course, we've seen them up 2 possessions already in this game, so back and forth action so far today, but early on here in the second half, it is Carrollwood, 1st and goal at the 3. Oh, and Davis fumbles the football, gets back on it, but it's going to lose about 7 yards back to the 10-yard line.
Big hit there in the backfield. We got a player down. Number 4 looks like he's cramping up a little bit for the Eagles.
And that's big because that's Walker. That's the big target that
Walker.
Mashburn's been looking at all day long, and if he can't come back into the game, it's going to be very tough for the Eagles.
Yeah, he's holding his toe. That's a good sign of a calf cramp.
I think our sideline reporter, Bill Webster, might have an update for us. Bill, do we have an update? I don't know. You got a microphone up there. We're assuming that you have a very big update for us here.
We had a fumble down at the 3-yard line. They recovered the ball, and we're looking good here. They're about to go in for the 3rd touchdown of the day.
All right, it's going to be 2nd down and goal now. That looks like it's all the way back at about the, 14-yard line.
The Eagles defense is bowed up on occasion. Let's see if they can play a little goal line defense here.
Yeah, certainly an advantage there as a big loss on the fumble by Davis. Gruden fakes the pitch, takes it himself right to the corner, and down at about the 2-yard line. Knocked out of bounds. Gruden taking it himself, going to about the 2-yard line, trying to stretch out for the pylon. Just didn't make it. It's going to be 3rd down and goal from about the 2 for the Patriots.
They had Gruden in the backfield, 2 defenders closing in. Gruden gave him a little pump fake, dipsy-do, ducked his shoulder, broke the tackle, almost scored. Get to the pylon, son.
Here we go, 3rd down and goal now. 2-point lead for the Patriots. Man in motion. Gruden with the snap. Hands the ball up the middle. It's Davis, and he's down at the 1.
I'll tell you what, that Eagles D is playing some bend but don't break defense, and that'll bring up 4th and goal.
4th and goal from the 1. Big decision here. They've been successful with extra points, so you know they can hit the field goal. But do they attempt it, or do they go for the 6 here?
Well, the way Lane's been rolling the dice today, I think he's going to go for it.
Yeah, you certainly like your chances, if you don't get it, of the Eagles not going 99 yards on you. So I think that they do make this, I do think they make the choice to go for the touchdown here and try to go up by 2 possessions if they can complete the extra point after that play.
Well, this could be another huge momentum swing for the Eagles if they can play some defense here and hold them on 4th and goal. They went in before the half. It was about 14-0 with 7 minutes to go for those of you just joining us. Faith Baptist made 2 huge plays. Mashburn hit Walker, and then they blocked a punt. This will bring up 4th and goal.
4th down and goal. Duece Gruden getting under center. Davis again in the backfield. And the play is live and right up the middle. Duece Gruden keeps the ball, gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Carrollwood Patriots.
Now that's the call I like. Just keep it simple. You got to get 3 or 4 inches, maybe a foot. Get it to your quarterback. Tell him to dive over the open gap. That's what Gruden did. He got low, went over the 2-hole, touchdown.
That's going to make it 20-12 with the extra point pending here. Extra point would put them up by 2 possessions here with about 6.5 left in the 3rd quarter. The extra point is up, and it is good. 21-12 now. It's a 2-possession lead for the Carrollwood Day School Patriots, and the Eagles need another one of those big momentum swings like they got late in the first half with about 6.5 here in the 3rd quarter. It's Carrollwood 21, Faith 12.
At Carrollwood Day School, they came out this half, played some good D, got the ball back, and basically drove it down to the 1 on 4th and goal. Duece Gruden takes it for the QB sneak over the right side, not trying to trick anybody, just smash mouth right in your face, and the Eagles couldn't stop them. Patriots go up 21-12.
Yeah, I had a feeling we'd be calling Robert Davis's name. Not so much in the first half, but he seems to be the workhorse here in the second half, driving this team down the field and getting them that 2-possession lead. It was Robert Davis time and again, and finally Duece Gruden getting that quarterback sneak in for the touchdown and for the 9-point lead now, 21-12, 6.5 here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, Davis, 5 carries for 36 yards on that drive, doing an excellent job. Gruden finishes it off.
All right, here comes the kickoff. Back deep is Micah Summers, along with Addie Finley. Ball's going to be caught about the 4-yard line by Addie Finley. Gets to the left, gets
Finley's
outside towards the sideline, knocked out of bounds. Addie Finley, a nice little return there, getting some yardage for the Eagles. Knocked out of bounds, what looks like, well, we'll tell you when they spot the ball because it's awfully tough to see with all these fans here on the sideline.
I think you're looking at about the 20, 24-yard line, somewhere in between there. Finley had a little daylight over the left side. Patriots kickoff team closed the gap, stayed in their lanes. Faith Baptist players have been going both ways. They're starting to look a little tired out there.
Yeah, we saw that with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Cleveland Browns a week ago, where Cleveland not used to this heat like both of these schools are, but Cleveland was not used to the heat. You saw those players towards the end of the game kind of getting tired, and it's certainly seeming to take an effect to an extent on some of these young kids out here today. And, you know, I don't know if I haven't been from Florida my whole life, but I can't imagine playing football in this heat, and these kids certainly have to work hard to get ready for this day in and day out.
Well, let me tell you, your body temperature is over 120 degrees right now. That's why you got to stay hydrated. That's why they take the mandatory water breaks. And, you know, it's all about conditioning. That's why football is year-round down here in Florida. Starting January 1st, these guys start training off-season. They go to camps. They do 7-on-7 leagues. They work out every day. I mean, that's what football is down here in Florida.
And that's why you have so much talent coming out of Florida into college, into the pros like you brought up, because these kids are very much specialists. A lot of kids around the country grow up playing lots of different sports, but in Florida they know they have that opportunity to get a full ride to college, maybe make the NFL. It's certainly a much higher rate of students from Florida to make that happen. So you see a lot more kids specialize in one sport, and that's when you get the talent level that we see in Florida.
That's why you see a lot of Florida teams on nationally televised games.
All right, here we go. Shotgun again from Ashburn. He's in the shotgun most of the second half here. Stumbles quickly and is dropped. Probably a loss of one there. Tried to get up to the left and ran into his own player, and that resulted in a loss of about 1, I believe, on that play. Yeah, looks like it's going to be second down and 11, maybe even almost 12 yards here for the Eagles.
Now, see, last drive, the Eagles handed it to the back first. He gained yardage. Then they pulled it. This time, I don't know why the coach decides to call the pull. That's not the progression. The Patriots defense snuffed it out. They were waiting for it.
Yeah, they do seem to be relying pretty heavily on Mashburn, whether it's on the run, whether it's a bootleg to pass, not really staying around in the pocket too much. Must be a little bit worried about the pass rush of the Patriots. Mashburn again in the shotgun. Summers back there with him. Quick pass, almost intercepted. Oh, my God, what a play. Almost intercepted by Mack. All right, I said I was going to get this one right. Mack. Oh, man, I'm telling. All right, she's got it. Our intern has it.
Wait.
Right here.
Yeah, Dubovich.
Mac Dubovich.
That's a little Djokovic. No, they gave us something different before the game. Everybody's got a different pronunciation for Big Mac. That's why they call him Big Mac D. As much as I'm into names, he's one that I do have some trouble with. Ball hit him right in the hands. Could have had an interception and really turned this game pretty much on its side.
That's why Big Mac's playing defensive end and not tight end.
Yeah.
It was a great play by Mac, though. He gets a pass to Fleck.
Third down and about 12. Mashburn out of the shotgun again. Rolls right again. Throws over the top. Intercepted! And that's Kilgo again, bringing it back for the touchdown. Matthew Kilgo with the interception. Returns it for the touchdown. The big middle linebacker making a huge play. Touchdown, Carrollwood. They're going to go up 27-12 with the extra point pending. What a play. A great catch over the middle and a touchdown for the Patriots.
Yeah, I think the Patriots defensive coordinator, you can obviously tell, made all the correct halftime adjustments. His defense was waiting on 3rd and long. Mashburn rolls to the right, tries to throw back across his body. One of the toughest things to do. We talked about it in the first half. He throws across his body. The middle linebacker's sitting there waiting. Pick 6, touchdown Patriots.
Duece Gruden would be grounded if that was him. We know that. Here comes the extra point. It's up. It's good again. 28-6. 28-12 now. Carrollwood Day School. A play before that, there was almost a huge interception made. That would have turned this game around. That time, the interception made by Kilgo, he brings it back for a touchdown. It's 28-12 now, a 2-touchdown lead. The Eagles would need 2 touchdowns. They'd need a 2-point conversion on both of those touchdowns to get back into this game. Five and a half minutes left or so in the third quarter, and they're going to need another huge momentum turn like they got in the first half to stay in this game.
Well, the Eagles got to stick to their game plan. You coach, you can't call a play here, turn the page and pick a play. You got to stick to your progression. even if a play doesn't work, the next play is set up by that first play. A little play action. They got to go back to what was working for them in the first half late.
So the Patriots with a huge defensive play now, getting ready to kick off again with a 16-point lead here, 5.5 to go in the third quarter. What a game. It was close going into the half thanks to a big momentum switch, and that interception about as a big a turn in momentum as you can get as a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, it is a game of momentum, and that's what the Eagles need here. They need a big return to get back in this game like they did at the end of the first half.
All right, here comes the kickoff. Going to be caught again at about the 3 by Addie Finley. Addie Finley right up the middle. Nice little return, gets it out. Looks like close to the 20-yard line. It's going to be the 25-yard line for Addie Finley on that return. 1st and 10 there for the Faith Baptist Eagles.
Yeah, I like how Finley just went north and south when he got the ball. He didn't dance. He didn't go side to side, east and west. You want to go north and south, look for a crack. He almost got one and busted it.
And that's the kind of play this team's going to need.
Let's see if Mashburn can go dig deep, find his favorite receiver, or the guy he hit early in the first half for a long gain. They need somebody to step up and make a play here.
I think what they need to focus on with Mashburn is keep the kid in the pocket, because when he's throwing on the run, it hasn't been good. Mashburn under center now after being in the shotgun all half.
Yeah, the Eagles line up in the
ball
eye.
off to Micah Summers, almost really twisted up his knee there. Got about 3 yards on the carry. Micah Summers, if you saw him there, once he got into the hole, his leg stretched out. Almost one of those injuries you hate to see, but he's able to keep his balance and get about 3 yards to the right side.
Yeah, the Eagles had lined up in a new formation. They haven't been in I. They had a tight end to the left. Looked like they were a little confused. A couple linemen ran into each other, and Micah did the same thing. He's stretching out in the huddle now. That brings up about 2nd and 9 for the Eagles, and it's taking a while to get this last play called. Let's see if Coach has some kind of trick play or something up his sleeve. He needs a spark.
Under center again for Mashburn here. Summers again, tailback. He's gonna fake the handoff to Summers, roll right, throws down the right sideline, and almost intercepted again. Ball's incomplete on the sideline, looking for number 20. It's going to be Cyril Mackey. Incomplete pass, though, as the play was broken up.
Yeah, that could have been a pick and a reception. Neither guy could bring the ball in. It went right through all 4 hands. Mashburn somehow is putting the ball on the money, on the run, under pressure.
That was a good throw. Primarily today, we've seen him struggle when he throws on the run. Of course, almost an interception a couple times. The big interception there for the touchdown, and that's really changed this game. And he's under center all drive so far this drive. You're going to wonder if that has something to do with it.
Yeah, his line isn't giving much time.
Looks deep again. He's going to look for Walker. Intercepted on the sideline. He's coming back. Splits, and looks like he's going to go out of bounds. It's Dylan Floyd. Dylan Floyd, the big touchdown reception earlier in the game, and now a huge interception here for the Carrollwood Patriots.
Yeah, the Eagles are getting a little one-dimensional, looking pass all the way. Floyd was sitting back there playing center field, read the quarterback's eyes, broke on the ball beautifully, and took it back.
Right now, I think if we had to pick a player of the game, it might have to be Dylan Floyd. Like we said, the touchdown reception earlier in the game, and now a huge interception, and Carrollwood's going to take over with the ball.
Yeah, another two-way player making plays on both sides of the ball.
1st and 10, looks like about the 24, 25-yard line.
Gruden's under the center again.
Receivers split to each side. Big tight end to the right. He's looking deep. He's going deep to the end zone. Oh! Broken up. Very good defensive play there. Broken up by number 9. That's going to be Micah Summers, of course, the running back as well. Great play there on defense.
Yeah, I think if Summers wouldn't have maybe tweaked his groin a little bit on that last run, he might have had a pick there. That was a tough play. Got back, batted the ball down. Gruden had Embody beat. Embody had him beat in the back. He just needed to put a little more air under it.
Yeah, he looked for him deep. Didn't get the pass there. But I'll tell you what, Micah Summers trying to make that play that this team needs to turn this game around, because they had a big play like that in the first half. They'll need another in the second half.
Yeah, I would chalk that up to a great play by Summers.
Yeah. Here comes Gruden now out of the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers to his right, 1 left. He does look to pass. He's looking to go deep to the end zone again, and touchdown!
And there's his main man, Embody again.
Andy Embody again with a touchdown reception, this time about 25 yards.
Embody grew up in the backyard catching passes from his older brother, Billy. I mean, he's been doing this his whole life. Put Gruden in there, it's the same result. Touchdown.
What a play. And now it's 34-12, pending the extra point, and this game's getting out of control very quickly here if you're the Faith Baptist Eagles.
Yeah, Carrollwood Day is starting to put a hurting on them.
Extra point is up. It is good. And now with 3 minutes, 45 seconds remaining in the third quarter, it's going to be 35-12 for the Carrollwood Day School Patriots.
Looks like Coach McLaughlin made all the halftime adjustments he needed to. Came out, executed. Now they got a 23-point lead here in the third quarter.
Yeah, turnovers is the name of the game. Of course, the big interception return for a touchdown on the last drive. Then the interception this time really turning this game around, and it's all Carrollwood Patriots at this point, 35-12.
Yeah, I think the Eagles, they might have got out of their game plan a little early. You're still in that game with a touchdown or 2 down in high school football. You don't have to pass every time. You can still keep running your progression. I mean, CDS, they just got back in their cloud coverage. They knew Faith Baptist was going to be passing. The defensive line pinned their ears back, put pressure on them, and, they've ended up with 2 picks in the last 2 possessions.
Both of those ending in touchdowns as well. Of course, the one on the defense, and then the big touchdown pass from Duece Gruden. And points off turnovers is always an important stat, and it's a huge one today.
It's all about what you can do after you get the ball, after you take it away from the other team's offense. Can you punch it in? And, Duece Gruden has done a great job leading this team. I got to tell you, I was on the sidelines all last year, so I didn't get to watch much high school football. And Duece Gruden, man, they asked the guy to play quarterback, and he's coming and done a great job.
Done a very good job. And he's learning from a good guy. So Micah Summers going to catch that, turn right, up the middle of the field. Breaks a tackle, and nice little run back there from Micah Summers. Going to be first down, and looks like he got it past the 30 on that return.
When you're a player out there, I mean, you're down 23. Micah Summers, he's making plays. He's keeping the Eagles in this game. I mean, you got to play 4 quarters of football. Anything can happen. Let's see what the Eagles coach decides to do here. Down 23. They got to get back to what works for them.
All right, looks like Mashburn going back under the center. Really going to try to clean things up a little bit after an interception on the last 2 drives. The pitch to Micah Summers. He gets out right and back left. What a move by Summers. Back to the middle of the field. Got a little bit out of nothing there. I thought he was going to be swallowed up for a loss, and it looks like he picked up a couple of yards on the play anyways. Actually, he was still hit for a loss. Lost about 2. Maybe he was about to lose about 5, but he made a move and was still able to do something there, but did lose 2. It's going to be second down and about 12 here for the Faith Baptist Eagles.
Yeah, I thought he was going to do a little Marcus Allen out in the Super Bowl at the old sombrero. When he took it right, he cut it back against the grain, but luckily for Carrollwood Day School, I believe that was number 1 again, staying home at safety, making the tackle.
A lot of fans in front of the broadcast table again, so it is a little tough to see.
Yeah, we're below sea level here in the south end zone.
Mashburn again under center. Drops back, fakes the handoff, He's looking deep. Throw. Intercepted again. Again, it's going to be Dylan Floyd with the interception. Down the sideline. Touchdown, Dylan Floyd.
And I think you were just talking about it last series. If there was anybody who could be nominated for player of the game, I think Dylan Floyd might have just locked it up there.
What a play by Dylan Floyd. Cut that corner route off, made the interception, and brought it down the sideline for the touchdown. Another huge touchdown, another huge play for the Carrollwood Day School Patriots. And 3 series in a row now, it's ended in an interception for the Eagles. And this thing is really getting out of hand now. It's going to be 41-12. Might be 42-12 here after the extra point.
You want a water? Yeah, the Eagles are getting a little one-dimensional there. I mean, it's pretty predictable. I believe Carrollwood Day School even had 3 safeties just sitting back, reading the quarterback's eyes, breaking on the ball. Dylan Floyd, once again, Johnny on the spot, playing center field. It was a pop fly, and he just took it all the way home. Another pick 6 for the Carrollwood Day School Patriots.
And what a game. What a game for Dylan Floyd. 2 interceptions, 1 return for a touchdown reception in the first half. We went into this half. It's a 2-point game, and it looked like the Eagles had every opportunity here, but it's been all Carrollwood in the second half. 28 consecutive points since the beginning of the third quarter, and with about 2.5 minutes left to go in that third quarter, it's all Carrollwood, and we're kind of just mopping it up from here.
It's like what I used to tell my coaches at halftime. What are you going to do at halftime? What are you going to change? What are you going to do different the second half to make this game come out a victory for us?
Well, the adjustments have certainly been made for Carrollwood. They've come out and dominated the second half. The adjustments not so much for the Faith Baptist Eagles as they trail again 42-12 here. And at this point, I think you got to look at trying to do some positive things for next week. You know you're probably not going to score 30 consecutive points to tie or take the lead in this game. So you got to start trying to put some things together, put some things on tape, some positive things to look at for next week if you're the Faith Baptist Eagles.
Yeah, this is gut check time. I mean, do you just fold up the tent and go home, or do you put your mouthpiece in for the next play and get out there and try to score?
Unfortunately, sometimes you have to play for nothing more than pride, and that's what the Eagles are doing now. A little squib kick picked up and brought, well, looks like across almost to midfield there.
And then got to about the 35, 40-yard line, number 33.
Shabazz Alou with the pickup there, and did bring it back to, like you said, about the 33-yard line. Thank you. Little water delivery here for us. Hot on the field, but a little hot on the sidelines. Well, not as hot. We certainly can't complain. Nice breeze today. We're looking at a big burger being eaten by our guy, Bill Webster. A nice day to be out here at CDS Field watching the Patriots and Duece Gruden just kind of pick apart in the second half this Carrollwood Day, the Faith Baptist Eagles.
Yeah, I'd like to say thanks for Mr. Embody for that water delivery there. His son, Billy, and his other son, Andy. I mean, these guys are Carrollwood Day School legends.
All right, here we go. It's going to be another
I'll tell you what,
since the right, not much.
Since the Eagles have gone to this I formation, it looks like they're very limited in what they can do. I mean, he had better success when he had a little room. He spread it out the defense. Even if he wasn't going to the guy, he was getting less guys out of the box. Now CDS is 10 guys in the box.
Almost looks like Faith Baptist ready to concede this game as they're not rushing to the line. They're running the ball. They seem to be ready to pack it up and get out of here. And I think the bus is running, as they say. It's only the third quarter, but the bus is running. Mashburn under center again.
Well, it's like you said, they got some seniors out there. They want to go play college ball. I mean, you got to play every play. Every play, the camera's rolling. The scouts are watching. And that's what they see. They look for kids who have heart. I mean, they don't always look for teams that blow teams out 60-something nothing. You can get noticed on your team, even if you're on a losing team, by going hard every play.
Yeah, Summers not much there. He went hard, but dropped for a loss again. And You know, this offense really sputtering out here in the third quarter. It's now third down, about 12, maybe almost 13 yards here for the Eagles as they look to get anything done here in the second half because they really haven't done it to this point. Even though it's 3rd and 13, looks like Mashburn's going to be under center again, I formation. Fakes the handoff, rolls to his left, and he's going to take it himself and pick up a couple yards, and that's about it. Set this team up to punt again.
Yeah, once again, he might have had a man open, but it's just tough to throw the ball when you're on the move. A guy's chasing it. You got to set your feet.
Now, Paul, I'm watching the game. If I'm a head coach, I'm trying to score some points here, down 30 points. They're not doing much more than running the ball. Are you just worried about your quarterback's confidence now, or are you just not wanting him to drop back and throw more interceptions? Why don't you play a little more aggressively if you're the Faith Baptist Eagles here at the end of the third quarter?
Well, I mean, the Patriots defense is attacking. They are flying to the football. So what the Eagles got to do is try to throw some counters, maybe some screens, something to stop the Patriots from just coming on attack mode. You got to let them read a screen pass, something to stop all that pressure coming right from the corners up the middle. I mean, it looks like they have 12 men on D some plays.
Yeah, and certainly when they've looked to pass here in the second half, there's been nobody open. And again, on 3 consecutive drives, those drives were ended by interceptions. And if you are Mashburn, you've got to be a little bit rattled. You've got to be a little bit worried about, can I drop back and make another pass? And maybe it is about his confidence, and that's why they're ready. They're starting up the bus. They're ready to go at the beginning of the fourth quarter here.
Well, I mean, if you decide that Mashburn's your guy, you got to go with him. What seemed to work is when you put him back in the shotgun. He's not the guy of tall stature, so he probably has a little problem seeing over the line. When you put him under center, in the eye, you're asking him to bootleg out, reverse out. I mean, it's just tough. Yeah, you can ruin a quarterback's confidence by not calling the sequence that makes his job easier.
You know, and you're right. Maybe that is why they roll him out as often as they do, because of that height issue. But to me, I'm telling my offensive line to get an alleyway for the guy. Don't make him roll out. Let's get him a pocket. Drew Brees is not a tall guy, but he finds a way to be as productive as any quarterback in the NFL, and they got to find a way to do that with Taylor Mashburn.
Yeah, Mashburn is just getting hit from all angles. When he goes to throw, he's getting hit. Passes are getting deflected.
All right, looks like they are going to go for it here on fourth down. They are going to. Tough to see the other end of the field here a little bit.
I think they're going for it. Mashburn's under center.
They are. Is he?
Yep.
No, they are going. Mashburn looking to the right and caught. Oh! Dropped it. What a hit by Davis. Robert Davis came up and just popped the tight end who dropped the football, and it is going to be Carrollwood ball. What a hit by Robert Davis. He doesn't just run the ball. He lays some wood on defense as well.
Boy, and that is laying the smack down. I mean, he dislodged that football. Looked like a catch and run before the receiver could even get another foot down.
It looks like Mackey's actually down on the field as well, so let's hope that's nothing serious. Maybe just had his bell rung a little bit or the wind knocked out of him, and we're not looking at an injury here on the field.
Yeah, the medical staff is headed out there now. It is a violent sport, folks.
And let's face it, that's why we love it. You know, until we knew this kid was down on the field from an injury or what could be an injury, we were very excited about that hit. That's why we love this game, is the violence. And, unfortunately, every now and then somebody does end up hurt. But a great hit and a great play to keep the ball or get the ball over for Carrollwood.
Well, I mean, as a parent of a player, you got to sign the consent form. It is a contact sport. It's not a non-contact sport. It is a contact sport. And hopefully he's okay. I'll tell you one thing, though. That's what you want your strong safety to do. That was kind of like a la John Lynch.
All right, we're up. We're walking off the field here, so good sign there that it's probably nothing too serious.
Yeah, as a coach, I notice a lot of times when one of my receivers got dislodged or dropped a pass, he seemed to get up a little slow, even when he wasn't injured. There might have been a little bit of a bruised ego on that one.
It's possible, that's for sure. Carrollwood coming out now 1st and 10, deep inside Faith Baptist territory. It's going to be about the 20 to 33-yard line or so.
Let's see if Coach McLaughlin rewards him for that big hit and feeds him the ball again. I mean, he got the Patriots all the way to the 1-yard line, and then they gave Duece the ball over the middle. I know as a former running back, you want the ball again on 4th and inches to show your coach, I can do it, coach.
Yeah, the big, like you said, the big defensive play. So they do pitch it to Robert Davis. He goes left. No, nice. I thought he was going to break the tackle, but was unable to break the tackle. It's about a 4 or 5 yard gain there on that carry.
Yeah, kind of an arm tackle, shirt tackle. Got Davis's front of his jersey, pulled it out of his shoulder pads. It's almost like a hockey tackle right there.
It's one of those grab something and hang on for dear life situations.
I'm sure the Eagles defensive coordinator is going to be looking at that. I mean, you got to hit and wrap. You got to go through the guy. You can't just arm tackle. Eventually, he's going to break those.
And again, if you have family at home that wants to see this game later, it will be archived on TampaLiveSports.com. So any friends and family that want to see your kids in action can go to TampaLiveSports.com and check out the game.
And this is our first show together, so I'm interested to see how horrible we sound together.
And the run is to the right. And it's going to be a touchdown. Markeith Kilgo, the huge interception return for a touchdown earlier, and now a touchdown off the right side. And I don't know, he might be pushing Dylan Floyd a little bit for that player of the game.
We might have spoke too soon. I think he overheard us over here. He said, what do I get for player of the game? You don't get anything but just a little notoriety. And he decided he took the ball up the middle over the 2-hole, made a little move, found some daylight to the right, broke it to the corner. I loved how he used the daylight there. Nothing bothers me more as a coach when a running back goes out into the daylight and he runs right back into the defender.
No, I kind of like it a little bit. I like a running back who wants to find somebody to hit, a Brandon Jacobs type. Maybe I'm a homer. I like a guy. I like the big running backs that like a little bit of contact.
Yeah, now don't get me wrong. I like when my back takes it to it, but when you got a touchdown, get the touchdown. Don't run straight at the free safety and try to prove a point.
I love trying to prove a point. What's wrong with that? All right, 49-12 after the good extra point with 10:56 remaining in the fourth quarter. It's all Carrollwood Day School here in the second half. After a 2-point game going into halftime, it's been all Carrollwood Day School with 35 consecutive points since the half.
The way they put up these points, I almost wondering if Coach Gruden went into the locker room at halftime and gave him a little halftime speech to get him fired up.
He said, look, you don't want to see me turn into Chucky. You don't want to see me get violent and show you kids what NFL football is like, so you better go out there and score 35 consecutive points and go up 49-12 early into the fourth quarter, or it could be trouble for you guys.
Or he might have just did what I tell my son. If you guys lose, you're walking home.
Something tells me Duece Gruden could find a ride from someone.
Yeah, I think we're good here. I think we're good.
There's a couple of these little high school girls running around that probably have a license and would most likely give Duece a ride home.
I saw a couple drive up in Beamers. Carrollwood Day School now has opened up a 37-point lead.
35 consecutive points again in the second half. And here comes the kickoff. Again, it's going to be Addie Finley with the return. Not getting a whole lot there.
Now CDS just decides to kick a little squibber over to the left. Don't want to give up a big return. Chance of a 2 or 3 line guy taking it back to the house is slim. And we'll see what the Eagles do. I don't like that I formation they went into. It's kind of definitely made them a little more one-dimensional, a little more predictable.
Yeah, and again, at this point, it almost seems like they're just ready to go home, not playing very aggressively. And I don't know that I like it. I'd like to see a team play aggressively, even if they're down, try to find a way to put some good things on tape again so that next week you can say, this is what we got to do more of. We saw some of that at the end of the first half. Let's see if they can do some things at the end of the second half, just, again, to put some positive things on tape. Mashburn again under center. Gonna take the snap, hands the ball to the left, and really nothing going there at all on that carry.
Yeah, once again, I mean, I don't know if they're trying to establish an identity as a running team.
It's a little late.
It's a little late. They get in the I formation again, go off tackle to the left. There was a little bit of a hole, but the running back decided to bounce it outside. This is not middle school. This is high school football. You got to stay in your hip pocket of your fullback and make the right cut off the block.
All right, here we go. Looks like Mashburn's going to be under center again. Big number 90 in the backfield now. And Mashburn takes the ball himself, goes to the right, and picks up a few yards there to the right side.
Duece Gruden there on the tackle, stops him in his tracks. I mean, I think I've seen that play a few times here in the second half. It's hard to run play action when you can't run the ball.
Yeah, that's for sure.
That's what I don't get here. I would just get in the shotgun and let Mashburn wing the ball.
That's it. If he throws a couple more interceptions, you know, whatever, you got some things to look on tape, but maybe you see a couple positive things, and again, something to work for future games, because at this point, there isn't a whole lot on tape with the exception of the last 6 minutes of the first half that you can be real excited about if you're part of the Faith Baptist Eagles.
Yeah, Duece Gruden stayed home there. He wasn't buying the play action. They're not running the ball. So he stayed home, did his assignment. When he seen Mashburn try to break over to the right side on the bootleg, that's his man. He stopped him in his tracks.
Mashburn under center again. They're going to go to the left, and he keeps it himself. And man,
guess who it is? Duece on the tackle, 22. Duece Gruden. The guy led the county last year in tackles, averaging, I believe, 16 or 17 a game.
That's a couple.
You know, and as a coach, I wondered, how did this guy make that many? But now that I'm covering the game, I've seen him make about 10 tackles today, and he's playing quarterback this year.
And, you know, we got here, and I said, who's this little guy? And that ended up being Duece Gruden. So really impressive game for Duece. Really impressive game for Carrollwood all the way around, of course. We talked about Dylan Floyd with a great game, as well as Markeith Kilgo. And not a whole lot going on there, as well as you know, they're just kind of wrapping it up here. If you're the Eagles, not a lot of fire out there anymore. And I think that's something you got to work on with this team if you're one of the coaches is, I don't really give a damn what the score is. Go out there and play hard and show me some passion. And I'm not seeing a lot of that in the second half from the Eagles, despite being close coming into the second half. Those 3 drives ending in interceptions really took the wind out of the sails for this team, but not out of our microphones, as you can hear.
Yeah, you know, once you go back into the film room and break it down, and everybody thinks they're a starter, everybody thinks they're the greatest, but the eye in the sky don't lie. You'll catch some loafing going on, some lollygagging, and, you know, you just got to go back and correct your mistakes.
And if you do catch some loafing, it makes you think creative loafing. And, you know, you can go over to Creative Loafing and hear my podcast every day. I'm going to give myself a little plug here. Deep Fried Sports every day at cltampa.com/sports. If you're a Creative Loafing fan, you may not have known that they've started doing sports, and I'm part of their sports team. So get over to cltampa.com/sports and check out some of my stuff. Pat Donovan, big ugly mug if you look under contributors. Big fat guy with a Tampa Bay Rays hat on. That's me. Check it out.
And he's everything he is online, believe me.
I don't know what that means, but I'm going to take it as a good thing.
I'm just taking it as a good thing I'm skinny over here.
Yeah, we wouldn't have that much room if you were my size. We'd be little tight quarters here.
Well, the
All right, Mashburn under center again. Rolls to the right again, and just nothing going on at all. This is getting pretty sloppy here in the fourth quarter. I think everybody's ready to go. 6 minutes left. And, again, I see no fire on the football field when you look at the white team.
Well, you know, as a coach, you lead your kids in the battle. They look at you. They look at you for answers. Right now, the Eagles are looking for their coach for answers. And when you're just running right into the heart of the defense, it's predictable. I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, second down now. looks like about 15, almost 16 yards here for the Eagles. And you just like to see him make some kind of attempt here, other than just running up the middle and getting nothing done. There we go, and a little pass, and intercepted again. Oh, wow.
And there's Embody Johnny on the spot. He wants his name thrown in the hat for player of the game. He has a touchdown. He's got a couple picks. I don't know. We might have to go ask the fans who they think player of the game is.
Andy Embody again. I would have to go Dylan Floyd, I think, at this point, only because he's found the end zone 2 times, once on each side of the ball. But Embody having a great game as well.
Yeah, I'm going to have to keep my vote open. Duece has made a case. I got a little tie with the Embody, so they might sway my vote. And, Floyd.
Mr. Embody did bring us a water.
That counts as one of the riders' votes at least.
Certainly sways the judges a little bit when you bring them water.
We're just talking about generations of football players here. You got Duece Gruden, son of John Gruden, local Jay Gruden, played over at Chamberlain. You also got Embody, who's Billy Embody's little brother. These guys, that's what they do. They play football.
All right, here you go, Gruden under center. He's going to hand the ball up the middle. Quick carry and down after not much. Looks like it's going to be Nathan Lewis with the run. His first one of the game, I believe.
Nathan Lewis, a transfer from Jefferson. I had the pleasure of coaching him in JV over at Jefferson, so that should add a lot to the Patriots wide receiver core here for the future.
Yeah, giving him a little bit of work at tailback position, it looks like there. Of course, on the roster as a cornerback and wide receiver, and they're getting the handoff and getting a couple yards.
Well, that makes me feel good as a coach because, when you're a JV football player at 14, 15, you don't know what you're going to be at 18 and 19. And when the coach says get in there, just get in there.
Gruden takes a snap again. Another handoff to Lewis up the middle. Nice little gain up the middle there for Lewis. Going to bring up 3rd down. What looks like very short yardage here on 3rd down. 3rd down and about 1 yard for the Patriots.
Riding right up the gut of my former center, Jared Smith, doing a great job anchoring that line down. Let me tell you something. When you're a coach in youth football, you could have 30 kids and you say, all my running backs go over here and all my linemen going over here, and 29 of the kids will run the running backs. And the one kid who was standing there was Jared Smith. And here he is 10 years later, anchoring down the Patriots O-line. I love it.
Here we go again. Gruden under center. It's 3rd down and a very short one. Still Lewis in the backfield. Man in motion. It's going to be a handoff to Lewis again. Up to the left side. Nice little hit there. And drop down, but it's going to be a 1st and goal now for the Carrollwood Day School Patriots.
Looks like they want to get Nate a little work on this drive late and see if he can just kill the clock and maybe get himself a touchdown.
Yeah, and if you're Carrollwood, you don't want to run up the score. But it's tough when you keep coming up with interceptions. You can't tell the kids to quit trying. They come up with interceptions. They get the ball after a 4th down on that side of the field, and you got nothing you can do but pound the rock. And that's what they're doing right now. Duece again under center here. Another handoff up the right side, and he's going to be down inside the 5. It's going to be 2nd down and goal now for the Patriots at what looks like about the 4-yard line there.
Yeah, Lewis had some daylight there, fouled his fullback in, just got a touchdown saving tackle by the safety. About 2 minutes left in the game.
Yep, just under 2 minutes now. 49-12, Carrollwood Day School. And the story of the game, I think, is the second half. It was 14-12 at the half. Second half, Carrollwood comes out and just dominates this football game. 3 drives in a row ended by an interception for the Eagles. And after that, it's been all Carrollwood. And now it's 49-12 here as they try to pound it in one more time. And
that was Lewis again.
Inside the 4-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Yeah, and if anybody gets my game ball, it's got to be the defensive coordinator. He locked down. He made the adjustments he had to, whether it was Embody, whether it was number 7, whoever it was for CDS, they were there in the right position. I think their number was called. Embody is 7. Correct that. My bad.
I didn't want to say it. All right, we got another injury down on the field now, unfortunately. Minute 6 left on the game clock. And, well, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to give my game ball, my player of the game. I have to say it's Dylan Floyd. He's Duece Gruden's favorite target when it comes to the passing game. 2 interceptions on the day, returned 1 of those for a touchdown, and then had the touchdown reception to put them up 7-0 to start this game. I'm going Dylan Floyd. A great game for the young kid, number 1 for your Carrollwood Day School Patriots.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. There's a lot of names you can throw in there. I mean, of course, Duece Gruden, I mean, the name alone says a lot, but the guy does deliver on both sides of the ball, playing quarterback, playing strong safety. I mean, he leads the team.
Just doesn't miss tackles.
The guy's a lockdown in tackles. And I tell you what, you know, quarterbacking isn't about who's got the strongest arm, who's the fastest. I like a quarterback who can get my team in the huddle, lead them. When my guys look into the quarterback's eyes, they believe in him. And you know what? That's what these Patriots do. They look at Duece, and they believe in him. You know, also, you got Embody. He's had a heck of a game. But I got to agree with you. Number 1, Dylan Floyd. He's just been the money man. When they needed the big catch early in the first quarter, he got it. When they needed someone to make a play on defense to change the game in the second half, he did it. So I got to agree with you. My game ball goes to Dylan Floyd today. Good job, Dylan.
Yeah, certainly a standout today for Dylan Floyd. But like you said, great games all around for Duece Gruden, for Ann Body. There were certainly some standouts on Carrollwood, and unfortunately, if you're the Eagles, the second half was disastrous. Turnover after. It was penalties in the first half. It was turnovers in the second half. And it's been a long day if you're an Eagles fan.
Yeah, folks, and you have been along for our inaugural debut here, actually, at TampaLiveSports.com for high school football. So we hope you would come and join us next week, as we will be covering all of Carrollwood Day School's games this year.
Is that the case? I believe we may be somewhere else next Friday. You never know. Just stay tuned to TampaLiveSports.com. Of course, check out the Sports Revolution with Bobby Fenton and Tom Krasnicki. Those guys will tell you where we'll be next Friday. One thing's for sure, we'll be somewhere. Might be a football game, might be a call-in show. You never know what you'll find at TampaLiveSports.com, so go there early and often. And much like the Carrollwood Day School Patriots find the end zone early and often today, find Tampa Live Sports early and often every day at TampaLiveSports.com. As the clock rolls out, your final score is going to be the Carrollwood Day School Patriots 49, the Faith Baptist Academy Eagles 12. And it's been a long second half here for the Eagles. They came out and they did their best, but unfortunately today their best not enough for the Faith Baptist Eagles. And it's a very good game, a dominating game for Carrollwood, and players across the board just had a great game.
Yeah, I think the end result is pretty much what everybody expected. The Eagles had a good first half. They got something to build on. They can go back and review the film. They're a newer program, and Carrollwood Day School, just with the bodies, with the program, with the facility, with the tradition they're starting to build here with the Embodies and the Grudens, and, you know, our player of the game, Dylan Floyd.
Yeah, Davis, the running back, a very good game as well, also on defense. This team certainly showed us some things today to look forward to if we are doing another Carrollwood game in the near future. We're going to know a lot about some of these players coming up very soon, because they had a hell of a game, and they came out again 49-12, the Carrollwood Day School Patriots over the Faith Baptist Eagles.
And Carrollwood Day School moves to 2-1 on the season, and Faith Baptist will fall to 0-3 going into next week's Week 4 action.
Well, that looks like all we have for you today here at TampaLiveSports.com. We got motocross tomorrow. Our guy Bill Webster tells us motocross tomorrow at 4 p.m. And then we got rugby going on at 10 o'clock tomorrow night. Where's the rugby? 10 a.m. 10 a.m. you've got some rugby. I was going to say 10 o'clock. That sounds crazy. 10 a.m. you've got some rugby on TampaLiveSports.com. 4 o'clock. You've got some motocross over there in Data City, the Monster Motocross.
Now those guys. Now you think players are crazy? Those motocross guys, they're absolutely nuts.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I play football. I won't get on a motorcycle because I'll be dead quick, or a dirt bike, or, any of that stuff, because I'll be dead quickly. I know how I drive. There's a reason why people from Massachusetts have the nickname that we do. I won't say it on the air, but I don't get in anything without doors on it because I'll kill myself. But again, to see Dade City Motocross, to see rugby, to see volleyball, to see all kinds of live sports here from the Tampa Bay area, the place to be is TampaLiveSports.com. And for Paul, I'm sorry, one more
Neglio.
time. Neglio. I will know next time. This is our debut broadcast together. For Paul Neglio, I'm Pat Donovan, and this has been high school football on TampaLiveSports.com.